to sum, and this is the first question from Leetcode and number 1, and it's an easy Leetcode question. So it basically gives you a list of numbers here, and then you need to calculate the target 9, and this is the output. You need to print out the indices of any two number that adds up to the target number. You may assume that each input will have exact one solution. You may not use the same element twice, so you can't add up element twice, but you print the number, the target adds up to 9, and 2 plus 7 equals to 9, so you need to print 2 and 7's indices, basically, which is 0 and 1. So that's the answer that you need to return. Second example, you want to return 6, right? So 2 plus 4 add up to 6, and that's indices 1 and 2. And the nums target adds up to 6, that's index 0 and index 1, right? Plus 2, 6. And only one valid answer exists, and also this is some constraints here. Can you follow up with an algorithm that is less than n squared time complexity? And here are the question asked. A company asked this question in the past 6 months, and you can see so many companies ask. And this is Amazon asked this question 112 times. So I'm not gonna talk about how to brute force it. Basically, you want to add up two numbers, then you 2, 7, 11, 5, and 15, and then you basically continue to check this number with this number, and this number with this number, and 2 with 15, and then you calculate 7 with 11 and 7 with 15, which is really inefficient. The more efficient, a better way to do this is that you can use a hash map. And then basically what the hash map store is that, so the key and the value for the hash map, where it can help you to look up things quickly and more efficiently. Basically what you do is that you create a hash map first, and then you start trying to check every single number in this list here. You check this first number, and then you calculate the other number. If the other number is in the is in the list already, then all you need to do is just return index of this number and the difference number, basically the other number in this hash map, right? And then if the difference number, which is the other number, does not exist in the hash map, what I need to do is basically write this 7 to the hash map. Key will be 7, and then the value will be 7's index, basically, which is 1 in this case, because that's index 1, right? So when I check it again, I'll be able to find the difference. Basically, that's how you can do this more efficiently. Then all I need to do is check every single number, and then check their difference, and then print the index in the end. I'll show you how to do this in code. And then basically you do a hash map, and you create a hash map first. It's an empty one. And then for I in range, so for every single number, because I want to do every single number, right, for I in range of the nums, and I'm gonna start checking with 2 first, right? And then remember I mentioned to you I want to calculate the difference. Basically the difference is the target minus nums I, basically the current I you're checking. Right now I'm checking this nums I is basically 2, right? Basically I equal to 0 right now, and the difference number that we're going to be looking for will be the target number to minus the nums I, basically target 9 minus nums I, which is 2 in this case. So 7 will be the number that I'm looking for. And if diff in map, if the difference number, basically 7, is in the hash map already, all I need to do is just return these two numbers, right? I need to return the index. So basically the first index I need to return is I. What's the second index? The second index is, remember, the hash map has a key and a value, and the key is the number, and then the value will be the index, right? So then the key is actually the diff number that we're looking for. So then the index will be the map diff. So the map diff will be equal to the index. So all you need to do is return the indexes. It said the sequence doesn't matter. You can return an answer in any order. So if you want to put the map diff before I, that totally works too. The other scenario is that if the diff is not in map, right? If the diff is not in map, I'm going to just put a else condition here. What I'm going to do is actually write this diff and the index of the diff to this hash map. And what is the hash map? How do I write it? That is basically I want to write this. So the if the diff is not in the map right now, so the nums I is this number that I'm trying to write from the nums array to the map that I created, right? So it will actually be map, and the nums I is the number. Does it make sense? So the nums I is the number that I'm trying to write, any of the number that I'm trying to write to the map here. So if I put the map with the number, basically is the key here, then it should be equal to the index, right? Yep, that's basically what it is. So that's how I write this nums I to the hash map that I created to store the key and the value. And then the key is the number itself. The value will be the index. And that's how you write to it. So then you continue to go through the loop and you will be able to find the answer. And actually that's it for the code. And let's run it. Yep. The output is 0, 1, but the sequence doesn't matter, so it's still considered accepted. Let me know if you think this is helpful. Please give me a thumbs up, like my video, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon with more Leetcode questions.